Viewers, the stage is set. The poll code has kicked in. We are now only days away from the first phase of one of the most consequential elections in our history. In the run-up to general elections, the BJP is the clear favourite. The Prime Minister himself has set a target of 370 plus for his party and 400 plus for the NDA. The unanswered question as of now is whether the party and the alliance will get there. But initial projections look very, very promising. The TV18 opinion poll, the biggest conducted in recent times, has the NDA breaking past the 400 mark. The numbers are on your screen, and the BJP about 20 short of 370 seats. But aside from the jaw-dropping numbers, it is the BJP's dramatic expansion into new, previously uncharted territory that will give the opposition a lot to think about. The poll projections show that the BJP has arrived as the pan-India default party of governance. And let's look at those numbers. It is set to open its account on an impressive scale in the south, viewers. Look at the numbers in Kerala that are being projected by the opinion poll. It appears that the NDA will get 2 seats there. It's unprecedented, absolutely. Viewers, in Tamil Nadu, 5. And some people, if you ask them on the ground, say that the BJP is better placed. But obviously, viewers, we're going to go by what the mega opinion poll has told us. In Andhra Pradesh, where it is in alliance with the TDP, and Pawan Kalyan's party, is the NDA that is surging and Jagan is diminishing. Jagan being, of course, the YSRCP regional satrap. He had broken away, of course, from the Congress. In short, viewers, in the south, where once the BJP or the NDA had about 29 seats, this time they are looking to add at least 15 to 18 seats more. It's even pushing eastwards. Look at Bengal, viewers, on your screens. It's expected to bag a record number of seats in Odisha and Bengal, where it is projected to trump both the BJD and the TMC. Let's have a look now at Odisha, and you'll see, viewers, what I mean. It is the BJP in the lead in the poll position there. There you are. 13 out of 8. This is what the News18 mega opinion poll is projecting. This was thought improbable till a few years ago. Even in Uttar Pradesh, viewers, the numbers are going higher. 77 is what our poll is projecting. I mean, it's fundamentally improbable that a party that has dominated so long in Uttar Pradesh, setting record high numbers, could in fact improve its tally. The driving force of this growth, viewers, is Narendra Modi himself. And on that there can be no doubt. Because when we asked the voters who participated, or the respondents rather, who participated in this opinion poll, they said an overwhelmingly large number, almost, viewers, 75% plus, said they were casting an election in favor of the BJP only because Narendra Modi was on the ticket. So they were voting for Modi. It didn't matter what candidate was put by the Bharatiya Janata Party. He has transcended, in fact, the BJP as a brand. And viewers, he outranks his nearest political rival on some key markers considered critical for providing credible leadership. And let me put those numbers out for you. When you compare Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi on 5 basic key character traits, honesty, for example, Modi is up there at 73%, hard work 69%, cares about people, which is empathy, viewers. And you can see those numbers, 71% numbers. Those are huge numbers. And just look at his rival. His rival, viewers, is struggling to even get half that number. As a strong and decisive leader, 67% is approval rating. That he has a vision It's 68%. This shows that Modi's phenomenal brand width has meant that the BJP has been able to transcend both class and caste to bring new voters into its ranks, especially some segments like tribals, who at one point were thought to be beyond the BJP's pale. And let me show you some more numbers. In Odisha, for example, the total tribal population is 22.8%. So almost, viewers, 1 in 5 voters is a tribal. There, viewers, the BJP has been growing. Every election, its vote share has been going up. So in 2014, it was 21%, got 1 seat. In 2019, 8 seats, viewers, big number, 38% vote share. That's a huge leap. And 13 seats is what the mega opinion poll is projecting at 43% vote share. That means, viewers, it is pulling in certain voters that it didn't have with it earlier. Let's look at the next state, and that is Chhattisgarh. Here, viewers, the tribal population is even more than Odisha. Roughly 1 in 3 voters is a tribal. Here again, phenomenal vote jump in the BJP's side of the fence. So if you look at the vote share, 47 to 50%, and now we are projecting about 57%. Now this can only happen, viewers, if this particular community is standing en bloc behind the BJP. Telangana, there the tribals less than 9%. But here again, viewers, it was seen to be the third poll in the state. But those numbers seem to suggest that it is very close, in fact, to becoming the dominant force in the state. In fact, if you look at those numbers, it has become really the dominant force in that state. And that is also because, viewers, it has got the woman vote, which is very critical in a state like Telangana. The tribal vote is there, 9% of that, 1 in 10 almost voters. And obviously some of the other castes and classes. Now, what does this tell us, viewers? Does this tell us that Modi has become the most trusted political brand in this country? Has the debate ended? Or are there still cynics out there who believe that these opinion polls are wrong, that the trajectory that the BJP has been following since 2014 is purely accidental? It is due to the various manipulations that are allegedly carried out by the Bharatiya Janata Party from top to bottom. Viewers, let's ask some of those fundamental questions. Let's go across to our guests. Let's begin with people who are not exactly politicians themselves, but have a view on politics, an informed view of politics. I have with me Anand Ranganathan first, and of course Dr. Birendra Chaudhary with us to give us his psephological insights also. So, Dr. Ranganathan, let's put this question out there. Has the Modi guarantee, this buzzword, become the most trusted? Has he become the most trusted political brand, and that's why he's scoring over the others? It's not that perhaps he's perfect. It's not that perhaps the BJP has, torn up the record books in every parameter. It's just that when the Prime Minister says something, people trust him to do it.
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. There is a reason I'm sure the Prime Minister, along with his advisors and other ministers, especially the cabinet, would have deliberated what should be the slogan or the tagline for the 2024 election. Should it be BJP ki guarantee or should it be Modi ki guarantee? And they have chosen Modi ki guarantee. And I think there is a reason. And the reason is very simple. Because if you look at, and I was looking at that, the survey, not just the number of seats that the BJP, Rahul, is going to get in various states, and you elaborated on that, and for the last couple of days we've been doing so. But that survey where how much do you trust Modi versus Rahul, how much of honesty in this, I may not agree with a lot of those, but one thing that struck out is this element of vision based on trust. Now, let me give you a few examples of the vision that the man has. if you look at something that matters to, let's be very honest about it, people who are in the higher socioeconomic strata, all your panelists right now, you and me included, without being patronizing to anybody else. One development stands out. In 2014, there were 350 startups. In 2024, there are 118,000 startups. Now, in any other country, developed country, you would call it a vision. But in this country, would people vote Modi on the basis of this data? And I would have to say no. And Modi knows this. You know, the issues that so there were 70 airports, now there are 170 airports. The electrification of the trains has been done. There was, so much of highways that were made in 2014, 50,000 kilometers more have been made. Yes, in long term, it affects the people. But Modi knows the guarantee that BJP is giving for every Indian. But the guarantee that Modi has given, let me illustrate by 3 or 4 examples and how this has changed the whole scenario and how the man has been entrusted with this vision. Number one, 100 million gas connections have been given in the last 10 years. Directly 150,000 lives are being saved because household pollution was the biggest cause for infant mortality in India. People do not know this. People think there is some lung infection or something else. No, this was the reason. Diarrhea deaths have plummeted by a third because 110 million water tap connection have been given. 120 million toilets have been given. Now, obviously, these are the toilets, gas cylinders are not affecting us, Rahul, the socioeconomic strata. This is, and in fact, I elaborated on this before. In fact, yesterday, Rahul, you were there. People miss out that in 2008, Modi gave this iconic speech. He said, I am going to create in the next 10, 15 years a nano class. People thought, what is this nano class? Is it a class that has, the car nano? No. He said, I am going to create a class that is above the lowest socioeconomic strata, but below the lowest middle class. And in the last 10, 12 years, including when he was the chief minister of Gujarat, he has meticulously given all these, you can call them as welfareism, to this class. This is a 200, 300 million strong nano class. And that is why he keeps on winning. To give you one example, more than the population of America are the population of Indians that have Ayushman health cards. The out-of-pocket expenses is going to plummet by half, from 68% to 32% by 2025. These are things that are tangible, that people think, yes, a man with vision is doing it. Not everything is right, but this is what he's identified. So our issues, maybe people might or might not vote, but someone who's been given a gas cylinder, someone who's been given a toilet, that has saved him directly 52,000 rupees in terms of health savings. Someone who's been given, for example, Mudra Loan, 430 million Mudra loans, he is going to vote for Modi.
How does this, Dr. Chaudhary, translate into the BJP reaching new voters? You have done some detailed study and analysis. Can you tell our viewers, and please feel free to speak in Hindi or whatever you're comfortable in, Dr. Chaudhary, जो आपके आंकड़े हैं, उनके आधार पे बताइए कि ये जो इतना काम जैसे डॉक्टर रंगनाथन ने बताया है, किया है, इससे फ़ायदा किसको पहुंचा है और क्या वो बीजेपी के वोटर आके बने हैं या नहीं?
देखिए, सबसे पहले आप सबको नमस्कार। मैं यहाँ पर 3 आंकड़े बताऊंगा। नरेंद्र मोदी बीजेपी गोवा नेशनल एग्जीक्यूटिव में पीएम कैंडिडेट डिक्लेयर होते हैं और वहीं से मोदी मैजिक गुजरात से शिफ्ट करता है ऑल इंडिया। 2014 का जब लोकसभा चुनाव होता है तो बीजेपी के वोट में बढ़ोतरी कितना होता है आप जानते हैं? 2009 में अडवाणी जी के नेतृत्व में जब भाजपा चुनाव लड़ती है तो बीजेपी को मिलता है 8 करोड़ वोट पूरे देश में। वोटों का फीसदी बनता है 18.8। मोदी मैजिक देखिए, अब 2014 के लोकसभा चुनाव में 8 करोड़ सीधे पहुंचता है 17 करोड़ पे, सीधे 17 करोड़, और वोटों का फीसदी हो जाता है 31.3। कारवां रुकता नहीं यहां पे। 2019 में देखिए क्या होता है केल कि 17 करोड़ से वोट बढ़ के हो जाता है 23 करोड़, यानी 31% से सीधे 38%। और मेरा एक अनुमान है यहां पर, अब की बार 97 करोड़ वोटर है, जैसे पिछला रिकॉर्ड कह रहा है कि 70% वोटिंग होता है, तो कहने का मतलब 68 करोड़ लोग वोट डालेंगे और 68 करोड़ में यदि मोदी जी को 34 करोड़ वोट मिलता है तो तीनों रिकॉर्ड टूटेगा, 50% पार, 370 पार और 400 पार एक साथ। और चौथा एक रिकॉर्ड है हैट्रिक बनाने का, जो रिकॉर्ड नेहरू के बराबरी करेंगे नरेंद्र मोदी, और यही मैजिक है नरेंद्र मोदी का।
तो आप कह रहे हैं कि जो न्यू वोटर भी आ रहा है वो भी मोदी को ही दे रहा है वोट?
जी,
ये इसका क्या आधार है?
देखिए, आधार ये है कि मैं अब की बार का आपको बता रहा हूं, जैसे 2019 में लगभग आपको वोट बढ़ता है 9 करोड़, अब बीजेपी का वोट 6.5 करोड़ के आसपास बढ़ता है। 2009 के बाद 10 करोड़ वोट बढ़ता है, सीधे बीजेपी के वोट में 9 करोड़ का बढ़ोतरी होता है। तो कहने का मतलब है कि जितना वोट बढ़ता है लगभग 90% वोट बीजेपी में जाता है। आप पूछ सकते हैं कि क्यों, तो सवाल है कि वो वोट कांग्रेस में क्यों नहीं गया। यदि मैं कांग्रेस का आंकड़ा बताऊंगा तो कांग्रेस का वोट ठहर गया है, जिसे ठहराव कहते हैं हिंदी में। ठहरना का मतलब है कि सब कुछ रुक गया है, उन्हें पता नहीं है कि वो रुके क्यों हैं।
Interesting, very interesting. The numbers are speaking for themselves, viewers. This is not a projection, this is data. And this data is available with CSDS. You can go onto the net and look at it. It's all there. So I want to open this up and bring in Dr. Ranganathan as well as, Dr. Raman, and also, of course, Tehseen Poonawala. Tehseen Poonawala, look, you can disagree with the poll, the opinion poll and the projections. That's fine. That's okay. Projections can go wrong if you extrapolate data, etc., and there have been examples of that, though we believe that this particular poll has a great deal of integrity because of the methodology, which is almost foolproof, waterproof when it comes to anyone trying to fudge the data. So, having put that caveat, I just want to ask you, the BJP is now winning in states where it is not up against the Congress. What has been said till now? That, oh, the BJP needs Rahul Gandhi because with Rahul Gandhi there, the BJP does very well. This was a theory that suited very well for the Hindi heartland. Now it is winning against regional players. It is cutting into DMK. It is taking on the LDF and the UDF in Kerala. It is eating into Odisha and the BJD, replacing it as the party there of dominance. In Bengal, it has done exactly the same. And forget about these projections. Just look at the Lok Sabha 2019 figures. The BJP went from almost naught, or what was it, about, the numbers were about 4 or 5, right up to about 16 or 17, isn't it? So you have a situation where even the vote share is rising. Now, this shows that the BJP is actually adding more and more voters to this kitty. What is that? How do you explain that, Tehseen Poonawala? That can only be if there is vision, if there is belief, if there is trust.
Good evening, Rahul. Thank you for having me on the show. Yeah, there is no doubt about it that the BJP is adding more voters. I do believe the BJP is doing decently in the polls. But as I told you yesterday and prior to that, I don't believe these numbers. And I'm not one to question the methodology or the poll itself, because everyone does an honest job and an integral job. So that's not my motive. But who is voting for the BJP? When you keep saying they keep adding new people, who's voting for the BJP? Farmers on the street protesting, children on the street protesting, students whose lives are getting ruined because of exam paper leaks are protesting, teachers are on the street protesting, women are hit hardest by inflation. They've changed the inflation basket, not included some of the vegetables to show inflation is below 5.5%. Who's protesting? You talk about Ayushman Bharat, more cards than the United States of America. Well, we are in the middle of a post-COVID pandemic of heart attacks. A post-COVID pandemic of heart attacks where young people are dying. Has the Home Health Ministry had one meeting? Every youngster in India, in North India, is getting cancer, or somewhere around you is getting cancer. Has the Honorable Prime Minister chaired a meeting to figure out why we have cancer? Those who created vaccines, apparently, which may have may not be causes, are the ones who have been donating anonymously and those have been hidden. We have no idea about that. Therefore, no investigation. During COVID, I paid GST on oxygen. Which government took oxygen? You say about the brand of the government being built or the brand of the Prime Minister being built. How many have questioned the Prime Minister's government for taking tax on oxygen at a time of COVID? I'm asking you this question with a lot of humility. Day after day, yes, the opposition isn't growing because there's vitriol against the opposition, because opposition is being demonized. There are all of this. Yes, the Prime Minister is extremely hardworking. He's my Prime Minister. I love it. How many people also congratulate Rahul Gandhi? He walked from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. He's gone from Manipur to Mumbai. He's meeting people. Look at the pictures today in Maharashtra. So, if you say, you talk about Startup India, so many startups, we're in the middle of a winter, we're in startup winter where jobs at the rate of 20,000 per day are being lost. Every single fintech is registering in Dubai. Every single fintech. Ask yourself why. They don't have rules for fintech. RBI says one thing, SEBI says another thing. What are the rules for fintech? Your same people, instead of registering the fintechs in India, the AI fintechs are registered in Dubai.
I began by saying
why?
that
Why
it's
is
not
every single Indian above 70 crores, who comes here and cheers the BJP buying a house in Dubai? Why is it that young Indians today are ready to die in Russia and Israel because they don't have jobs here? That is the issues of the people.
Okay, but why?
But
then fundamentally, if this is how badly the people are off, then why do they elect Mr. Modi again and again, Tehseen? That's the question I'm trying to get at. I began by saying, look, it's not a perfect utopia. There is a lot to do. The Prime Minister and the BJP admitted themselves. The Finance Minister comes out and says there's a lot of work to do. We all understand that. Nothing is perfect. No democracy is perfect. You look around the world, there are iniquities. But yet, unlike some of his other compatriots in the West or in the East, he keeps coming back. I mean, if he comes back, and you're suggesting itself that, look, he is coming back. The fact of the matter is that poll season is now kicking in. The message will have to be backed up by intent. Rahul Gandhi can go out there and say that I'm going to give C2 plus 30% to every farmer, but he has to also explain where he's going to get the money from. He can go out there and say that, look, I'm going to buy up every crop that is produced, but he'll have to explain where he's getting the money from. Viewers, the point is, we are now at an inflection point. Time for debate really is over. Time to listen has begun. And the decision, of course, is always in your court. The polls have spoken. Many things are out there to give you an indication of the way things are going to play out. I can't say whether the EV issue is going to make a material difference or not. It might, it may not. Maybe your mind is already made up. One doesn't know. The fact is, viewers, in just about a month, election first phase will kick off. And viewers, in this 1 month, the opposition has a lot of catching up to do. I leave it at that, viewers. I leave it at that.